The fake S25 Ultra is here just a few months after the real S25 Ultra was released. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this phone, tearing it down, seeing if this has AI features that the real one has, and who knows, maybe they even have Bluetooth in the S Pen, unlike the real one. Let's check it out. Same exact blue box. Every time. We'll remove the plastic wrap. Damn. And there it is, the fake S25 Ultra box. As always, it's pretty damn convincing. If we bring over the real box and compare them side by side, you can see that honestly the fake box looks a little bit better, and that's because it's kind of more contrasty than the real box. The font all looks the same. The placement looks about the same, slightly lower on the fake box. If we turn this around over here, yeah, the text placement is all where it should be. The IMEIs on the fake box do correspond to a real S25 Ultra, and the only thing I can really notice is the whites on the real box aren't as white as the fake box, if that makes sense. Now, if we turn this over to the back, you can see that the sticker on the fake box is slightly smaller than the real box, but everything else is where it's supposed to be. Let's turn this over to its side and take a look at that. That's kind of unexpected. So the fake box has kind of a glossy texture on the Galaxy S25 Ultra text, while the real box doesn't. It's just kind of flat. From this angle, the fake box looks more premium than the real box. This is very convincing as far as a fake box goes. Let's open this up and see what the fake S25 Ultra looks like. Stop! I sent something else that's fake.
Your browser? You're not using Opera?
That's like choosing a fake S25 Ultra over the real one. Let me educate you on what you're missing out on. Opera's floating music player allows you to pause, skip, or switch songs without interrupting your browsing. You can choose between 7 different streaming platforms and listen without changing tabs. You can drag it around your screen or even pop it outside your browser entirely. Keep your tabs organized with tab islands. It'll automatically organize your tabs by topic and expand, and you can collapse them as needed. And when your tab island becomes the tab continent, it's time to murder some tabs with tab traces. This helps you easily identify which tabs you're using and which you aren't. The darker the underscore, the more recently you visited the tab. Oh, and if you're a big multitasker, no need to open up 2 browser windows anymore. You can split screen within the same window. Simply drag one tab down and that's it. There's also Aria, an integrated AI tool. You can easily access command line with a few simple keys, allowing you to ask any questions, generate images, or help you identify the images you upload. Opera is also a pretty browser, and themes like Aurora or Midsummer are fully customizable. Play with animations, colors, shaders, sounds, and set up a vibe you truly love. So why are you not using Opera? Try it out. It's free. Links in the description. These fake phones are flooding marketplaces like Facebook and eBay. Always remember, if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Whoa. And there it is, the fake S25 Ultra. The color looks amazing, I'm not gonna lie, but the camera rings, they're not really there. Not in the same way, at least. With the real S25 Ultra, the camera rings have a bit of a gap underneath. There's this little ridge here. With the fake one, I'm not seeing that at all. That might be a dead giveaway that you're looking at a fake S25 Ultra. On the back, we have a very blue looking camera. And why is it moving so much? What the hell is going on here? It has like a suspension system. I've never seen that before. This moves really weird. Then we have a more believable camera up here, this one as well. And then obviously we have the real camera, which is a tiny sensor and looks terrible. They also have the laser cutouts, but there's probably nothing under here. Let's take it out of the box. Hello? Is it glued? There we go. Before we continue to take a look at that, let's see what this comes with. So we have the cutout with the cameras, says Samsung. And once again, we have the USB-A to USB-C. Not sure why they keep doing this. Should be USB-C to USB-C, but I mean, it's good because it's a dead giveaway that it's a fake phone. We have a SIM ejector, and we also have the documentation. Now let's take a look at the phone. So feels great, not gonna lie. Feels like a premium phone. I don't know what it is, but something about this year's fake just hits a little bit different. If we take a look at the bottom of both the fake S25 Ultra and the real S25 Ultra, there's only really one major difference here, and it's that the SIM eject hole is closer to the microphone hole on the fake one, and the real one, the SIM eject hole is on the other side. A little bit strange. If we move over to this side, no major differences really. They look pretty similar, although from this angle, it does kind of look like the fake S25 Ultra is a little bit thinner than the real one, which we'll confirm later. And the top here, kind of a dead giveaway if you're really paying attention to detail. The two holes here are blocked off on the fake, and on the real one, there are actual holes in here. And if we take a look at this side, no major differences. The buttons feel almost the same, but the real one is of course a little more clicky, a little more premium feeling. We'll remove the plastic peel, and the bezels do look a little bit thinner. I want to quickly tear this thing down and see if they changed anything on the inside, because that'll give us a clue if they have a better chipset. And I also want to find out what the hell is going on here. Why is it moving so much?
Open it up.
And that is the inside of the fake S25 Ultra. So the battery is a 3200 milliamp hour battery, and obviously this camera is fake because it's lying above the battery. Anyway, let's unscrew it and see what else this phone has. Looks like there's actually a little latch for the battery, and you could just disconnect it like that. Remove this bracket, and now we can see the inside of the fake S25 Ultra. Obviously we only have one camera here. The flash it looks really strange. We have the vibration motor, the SIM slot, and there's an SD slot here for whatever reason. The loudspeaker is actually hard soldered to the board, so not very repairable on that part. The S Pen, what's interesting is this looks like it's actually using a switch. So the real one detects the S Pen wirelessly, and this one, when I click the S Pen and remove it, the switch is released, and when I push it in, the switch is engaged. So that tells the board that the S Pen is in or the S Pen is out. Aside from that, we have some kind of shady craftsmanship. The board is being held down by the tips of the screws. Let's put this all back together and turn it on. And we have the welcome screen. What the hell are those bezels? They're absolutely massive. It looks nothing like the real S25 Ultra from this angle. And why is it that we have a ring around the camera that's that large? Very, very strange. To spice things up this year, we're actually going to be doing the setup right beside a real S25 Ultra. And yeah, you can already see the difference. We have a nice background here, and over here we just have a white background. Let's go through the setup and see if there's anything similar, because right now there isn't. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they put much effort into the setup screen, but maybe the home screen has more to offer. Let's find out. This doesn't really seem to be running One UI 7, which the S25 Ultra is. It looks like it's running an older version of One UI, and it probably doesn't have the AI features as a result. In the settings app, I mean, things look more or less the same, but you can see that it has Galaxy AI. There's no Galaxy AI here. We keep going down. The battery says it has 2 days and 15 hours left. We'll go down to About Phone, and honestly, kind of convincing. So there are some differences here. The real S25 Ultra just looks a lot cleaner, obviously. Let's go to battery information, and it says it has a 5000 milliamp hour capacity battery, which is what the real one has. However, we know that's not true. And let's go to software information and see what this phone says it's running. So it says it's running the One UI 7.1. The Android version is 14, and if we tap it a bunch, it actually says Android 14, but I don't think that's true. We can also see that this has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, and we're gonna actually verify all this information in a little bit. I've been messing with this phone for a while now, and what we usually do is you go to CPU-X and we see what hardware the phone has, but I mean, they're spoofing this. Like you can see it says Qualcomm, there's 15 gigabytes of RAM. The storage does say 7.8 gigabytes, which is probably accurate, but most of this information is spoofed. So we downloaded an app called Fake Device Test, and this is specifically made for fake devices like this one. So let's see what that has to say about this phone. To make this even more interesting, we have the same app on the real S25 Ultra, so we can see the information side by side. The first thing you'll notice is the resolution is different. Obviously you can just visually tell. And the next thing is the Android operating system. So remember how I said it was on Android 14? It's actually on Android 8, which is a long ways away. If we scroll down here, this is where things get interesting. So this app actually has an internal storage space verification test. Basically, it fills up the storage all the way to the brim and tells you how much storage this device has. And in this case, the app confirms that this only has 6.95 gigabytes of free space. So very far from 256 56 gigabytes like we see in the settings, but for some reason, it's not really picking up that the device is fake just yet. It says that it's passing the tests. Next, we should be able to see the CPU information if we scroll down here. And of course, it looks like we have a MediaTek 6753. We'll scroll down more to RAM information, and this one, it caught for some reason. We have the fail, obviously, it's red. It has 16 gigabytes of memory, which is more than the original, which is insane. And it says alert. The amount of RAM this device is reporting is being faked. The true amount of RAM is likely less than 4 gigabytes. We're gonna do another thing we haven't done before. We're gonna run some actual benchmarks side by side with the real S25 Ultra. We'll open up 3D Mark. The craziest part before I launch this test is that it says your Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is too powerful for this test. We recommend using Slingshot Extreme, but if I go to Slingshot Extreme, sorry, your device is not compatible. So let's go ahead and press play and see what happens. You can see that the S25 Ultra is flying through this. The fake one still hasn't loaded yet. And the fake one has loaded, but look at that. We're getting like 1 frame per second. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can see where this is going. It doesn't get any better than that. So these are the results. The S25 Ultra maxed out at 120.22 FPS. And yeah, it barely made it to 14 FPS. Most of the time it was stuttering and doing terrible. The score is 0% for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. If you guys think you want a fake phone like this, you really don't. It's painfully slow. It's time to take a look at that S Pen. Let's pop it out and boom. So you could see we do get a menu here with a few options, and we also get, says it has 100%, which might indicate that there's a battery in here. The only thing is pushing this button doesn't seem to do anything. Let's see if this works really quickly. So it does seem to work. You can actually draw, but there's no hover or anything like that. So let's break this open and see if there's more tech than the real one. Hopefully there is. The button's completely fake. It doesn't really look like there's anything in here, but I want to be absolutely sure. Damn. And confirmed. There's absolutely nothing in this S Pen. It's literally just a rubber tip. And finally, we'll compare the cameras. I'm gonna put text on the screen saying phone 1 and phone 2, and I want you guys to see if you could tell the difference. Which one is fake, which one isn't? Comment below. It's pretty obvious that number 1 was the fake phone, but it honestly wasn't too bad, and we just wanted to climb, so we thought, why not test the cameras in the meantime? Now it's time to test the audio. So this is the fake S25 Ultra recording, and this is the real S25 Ultra recording. Pretty clear difference, and we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for 5 million subscribers. It's absolutely insane, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.